So this is my fuel setup I'm running in my 68 Mustang. Gone over before why there's two pumps. One's gonna be a primary, one's gonna be for under boost, and I'll be able to use it as a backup pump if for any reason one of them fails. The parts for this build are proflow billet dual pump hanger. I don't remember the eBay seller that sells these, but that's a symbol. Just search AN fittings and look for that symbol. These seem to be pretty well made parts. It carries a good bit, and they are pretty nicely made, nice finish, and they ship quick, free shipping, good prices too. So check them out if you need any AN fittings. This hose that I'm running, I had to order a little bit bigger. It's these are gss342s, I believe. Let's see, gss342 G3s, walbros. This is an Amazon sock kit, whatever. I might end up having to change these because I've also had to rotate these. Originally I had them one kicked sideways and the other one kicked the other way. I had to turn them the same way. I'm hoping they'll fit in through the hanger hole now. They didn't want to go originally, so I rotated them. This hanger is an amazing part. It's an Australian company. I hope they get a distributor down here because they make some pretty nice stuff. Proflow, that is. There's also an Australian company called Aeroflow. I don't know if they're related or not, but they make some nice AN fittings as well. Autoplumb is the company that I ordered my fittings from to do the water lines for my bulkhead setup. It converts this style like AC O-ring to an AN fitting, so I can turn my heater hoses into AN. All it is a little insert that has an O-ring on the back and has a flare on the front. I ordered 10 of those, and I also got my water inlet conversion to change my water pump to an AN. They sell those as well. They're a little pricey, but they're reusable and they do what you need to be done. They convert a standard barb flange off a water pump or radiator to an AN fitting, either 16 AN or 20 AN. So very nice. Anyways, back to this. Hanger, Proflow, Australian. Pumps, dual gss342. These are 255 walbros. This hose that I'm using, oh yeah, so the outlet is supposed to be 5/16, I think. This barb that I'm using, this Y fitting, was 3/8. I could not find a 5/16 one of these. In fact, I can't even find this thing again. I don't remember where the hell I bought it from. So good luck finding it. All it is a Y fitting. It's an 8 AN female to Y 3/8 barbs. Google around, I'm sure you'll find it eventually. Couldn't tell you where I got it. This fuel though is it's a 9mm. I think it's 9 by like 300 or something like that. 300 is the length. It's about a foot. I did that because this Y was going to be too close to the fuel pumps to do the normal traditional hang because I have this thing here. So I had to put loops in them. But anyways, there's the part number. This is an Amazon thing. You can search corrugated fuel line 9mm. You might be able to pull it up with this part number. Don't know. Anyways, I use these ring terminals here. I ordered some of these heat shrink ring terminals, and in my opinion, they're shit. They didn't crimp down good. They didn't hold worth a shit. The heat shrink is terrible. So I used these. US made product. These are a little bit more expensive, non-insulated ring terminals made by Molex. They're good. Then I put some adhesive heat shrink. Someone tell me in the comments if heat shrink is safe for gasoline, because I'm gonna end up taking this apart and these be just melted away. Don't know. So I did take care to make sure I tightened them down to where they weren't touching on the hanger, so I don't get a short. Really don't want it to short inside of my tank. Yeah, so there you go. That's what that looks like. Top setup is that guy again. I just got a sniper plug in there. It has a fill hole here. It has two setups for two different pumps. You could wire them together if you wanted to, as long as these little studs can carry the load. I think they can probably. I don't know. But anyways, these are swivel AN fittings. Oh, they're a little snug, but they swivel. That is my return. It's It's my feed. My cinder I got in last night. This hose I'll be sending back because these Gates hoses are expensive as shit. Got those off Amazon. Thought I might need them. Don't. Another return, there's a feed on the bottom of the tank / drain. These will stay plugged. This is a vent. My feed line, my return line, and my pump that'll drop in here. It is baffled. Now, Holley, I believe it's Holley, makes what they call tank mats. So you can replace this sock with like a huge mat that lays on the bottom of the tank. And if fuel is touching that mat, it's getting sucked up by the pump. They're expensive. They're like $100 plus, around 150 to 200 even. And I think even beyond that, depending on the size of the mat and the type, they have just like foot long ones that are about 1 inch wide, and then they have ones that do across, they have huge square ones, whatever. If you're not running a baffled tank, you're gonna need those. I'm running baffled, I can just use these socks. That's the pre-pump filter. There's another inline filter halfway on the car. It's a Holley billet deal. Let's see, you can't freaking see it because it's mounted up under here. Let's see. Don't know if you can see that, but that's it. Anyways, that's my fuel setup. Just wanted to go over real quick. Got this in today. This came from the same guy that sells those AN fittings that has that little symbol. This is 8 AN, just nylon coated line. I wanted that in the trunk, so it's not stainless steel rubbing against my tank if it happens to be touching this, and I think it'll just look cleaner. So I'll be using this with that dude's fittings and running from my pump to those. And that's it. The Holley kit, I mean the install kits that come with these pumps is these extra parts. This, I used the clamps. I won't be using any of that. Yeah, that's it. Oh, these pumps are snug as hell. They have little O-rings in here. You have to lube them, slip them in. They do not want to budge now. So they will be fun to get out. I'll probably have to soak it in oil or something. Maybe once the gas is in them, it'll actually allow them to slide to get out if I ever need to replace them. But they are in there. But yeah, the top seals with O-rings as well. It has an inner and an outer O-ring. And granted, this, like I said, it's Australia made. So all the screws and stuff that are on it, studs, bolts, they're all metric. So this 8 mil, it came with 8 mil, or not 8 mil, 6 mil, not button heads, but socket head bolts that were real nice. I think they were stainless. They might have been aluminum. I don't even know. But my tank was tapped with 1/4 I think. So I'm using these button heads. They fit in it quite nicely. They're actually slightly snugged in some of the holes. You can see where the top, like by that V2, where it scuffed away the anodizing. Some of them are like press fit pretty much, but it'll screw down. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully I'll have this thing finished up next day or two. And I can call my fuel system ready. Minus my vent. I gotta run my vent line somewhere. I did buy a bung. I think I'm gonna weld a bung on the top side of my fill tube just to give me a vent. I know it vents through the cap naturally, but I want an extra vent. It's supposed to help with filling to keep it from getting gas puke, whatever, it bubbling back out the tank. I showed in the last video I have a filler mod I want to do too. But anyways, so guys, thanks for watching.